increasing frequency of El Niño events expected by the year 2040, according to research by the University of Exeter. Global weather fluctuations called El Niño events are likely to become more frequent by 2040, a new study shows. El Niño, the unusual warming of surface waters in the eastern tropical Pacific Ocean, affects climate, ecosystems, and societies worldwide. The study examined 4 possible scenarios for future carbon emissions and found increased risk of El Niño events in all 4. This means El Niño events and associated climate extremes are now likely, regardless of any significant mitigation access, to reduce emissions, the researchers warn. Lead author is Dr. Jun Ying from the Second Institute of Oceanography, Ministry of Natural Resources in China, and the University of Exeter, and they say that we know from previous studies that when measuring El Niño changes in terms of rainfall shifts in the eastern equatorial Pacific, models predict an increase in the frequency of events. This study shows that those changes could happen after the next 2 decades. The study, published in Nature Climate Change, examines the time of emergence of changes in the tropical Pacific using state-of-the-art climate models. The time of emergence is defined as when the signal of climate change emerges from the usual background noise of natural climate variability. When looking at changes in El Niño rainfall patterns, the best estimate of the time of emergence of changes converges on 2040 in all of the 4 emission scenarios considered. Co-author Professor Matt Collins from University of Exeter of the UK and part of the Global Systems Institute said, "What surprised us is that changes emerge regardless of the scenario we look at. Because rainfall in the tropics is associated with the warmest sea surface temperatures, SSTs, it is the relative changes in SST that are more important than the absolute change. This leads us to the rather stark conclusion that these changes are essentially unavoidable." They're unavoidable. This is by University of Exeter on phys.org. Today's article. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.